In the middle of a vast, empty desert, an unknown man wakes up with no idea who he is or how he got there. The only thing he remembers is that he used to live in New York. Suddenly, he sees several armed men chasing an old man. Confused, he runs toward the old man and begs him for answers. But the old man doesn't explain anything. He only gasps out a message. "Tell everyone I got out. Find number 554. Then he collapses and dies. Determined to understand what's happening, the man begins a long, exhausting journey across the desert. Eventually, he arrives at a strange town where things feel off. People don't have names, only numbers. Everyone he meets insists they live in a place called the village, and they all claim there's nothing outside of it. The man notices someone following him and quickly hides. Later, he manages to find a girl named 554, the one the old man had mentioned. When he gives her the message from number 93, she looks startled but pretends not to know anything about it. Soon after, the man is caught by the people following him. Their leader, a man known only as number 2, tells him that his name is number 6 and that he has always lived in the village. But number 6 is confused. He doesn't remember anything about this place. All he wants is to return to New York. Back in what is supposed to be his house, number 6 notices that everyone in the village seems to know him. Yet he can't remember any of them. Even the maps show nothing beyond the village. Despite the strangeness, number 6 makes a few allies. He gets close to girl 313, a doctor at the local hospital, and taxi driver 147. One day, from a distance, he sees two massive towers that clearly lie beyond the village. It sparks a memory. He recalls meeting a woman named Lucy right after he lost his job. Hoping to uncover the truth, number 6 sneaks into number 93's house. But once again, number 2 shows up and claims that 93 was just a drunk and nothing beyond the village exists. Eventually, number 6 discovers that people like 554 have been having dreams, visions of another life they can't remember. Number 93 had the same dreams and believed everyone in the village was a prisoner. He died trying to expose the truth. Number 6 visits the cafe where 554 works, but a massive explosion rocks the place. As she's taken away to the hospital, barely conscious, she tells number 6 to go to the towers. That's the way out. But at the hospital, 554 is secretly eliminated by the authorities. She had become too dangerous. Driven by her final words, number 6 heads toward the towers. But before he gets close, a giant white ball slams into him. He loses consciousness and flashes back to his time with Lucy. Meanwhile, back in the village, we see that number 2 is drugging his wife daily, keeping her in a constant state of unconsciousness. Soon, he introduces number 6 to someone claiming to be his brother, number 16. They even show him childhood photos. But number 6 refuses to believe it. His real brother drowned when they were kids. Number 2 urges him to talk to a psychiatrist. During their session, number 6 insists that this place isn't real. He also reveals that he saw a seagull recently, proof that the ocean must be nearby. Number 16 then takes him to work, where people welcome him warmly as if he's returning to his job as a bus driver. But number 6 has no memory of ever doing that. During a guided bus tour of the village, they stop in the desert. There, number 6 sees the rusty remains of an anchor buried in the sand. He tells the tourists this means the ocean must be close. Another flashback shows that number 6 used to work for a secret surveillance company called Sumaker. After quitting, Lucy warned him that the company was still keeping tabs on him. Even number 2's son, 11 to 12, begins to question his reality. He admits he can't remember his childhood at all. But number 2 insists everything is real and blames 6's doubts on mental illness. Later, a tourist confides in 6. She once heard the sound of the ocean too. Inspired, 6, the tourist, and number 16 set off in search of it. They finally find the ocean. Overjoyed, 16 runs into the water. But the giant white ball appears again and pulls him under, drowning him. When 6 brings girl 313 to the same spot, the ocean is gone. Nobody believes him. Instead, they declare him mentally unstable and lock him in an institution. Number 2 assigns him a new task, to work with Agent 909 and track down other residents who dream about the outside world, people like 93 and 554. 6 knows it's a trap, but plays along. He and 909 become part of a secret surveillance unit, though they're not told how many other units exist. To get closer to their first suspect, 19 to 55, they set up surveillance in his house. Suddenly, 19 to 55 attempts to take his own life. They save him in time and confirm he's a dreamer too. But 6 learns something else. 909 has been spying on him and on 313. Number 2 grows suspicious and asks 909 to monitor his own son, 11 to 12, in case he's been influenced by 6. 6 decides to spy on 909 instead and follows him to a bar, where he discovers a shocking truth. 909 and 11 to 12 are secret lovers. Soon after, number 2 gives 6 a new order. Keep an eye on 909, as he's showing signs of fear and instability. 6 rushes to warn 313 not to record or draw anything related to her dreams, but she already knows he's a spy and stops trusting him. Eventually, 6 catches 909 and 11 to 12 together and accuses them of exposing 313. He threatens to report them if they don't back off. Feeling trapped, 11 to 12 attacks his lover with a knife. As 909 bleeds out, he begs 6 for one last truth. Are the dreams real? 313 is taken to the hospital as a suspected dreamer. 6 blackmails 11 to 12 into revealing her location. She's been sent to the tunnels, places only patients can access. 6 demands to be admitted too, so he can find her. Inside the tunnels, 6 finally finds 313. Together, they try to escape, but once again, the massive white ball chases them down. Suddenly, number 6 wakes up in his own bed. The whole tunnel escape? Just another dream. But the strangeness continues. His TV switches on, and a woman from the Modern Love Bureau cheerfully announces that a super system has found a soulmate. It's number 313. She claims this is how all couples in the village are matched. Number 6 doesn't trust the village's matchmaking system, but out of curiosity, he visits the studio. A woman explains their instant soul matching technology, and just as 6 is about to leave, he freezes. On the screen appears Lucy, the same woman he keeps seeing in his memories. They meet again at a cafe. But now, she's known as number 4 to 15. She's blind and doesn't recognize him at all. Still, 6 insists they were close in another life. Lucy remains skeptical, her voice calm but unsure, as reality starts blending with 6 memories. Meanwhile, number 2's son, 11 to 12, becomes more disturbed by the truth. He secretly brings pills from his father's stash, pills used to keep his mother unconscious, to 313 for analysis. He wants to know what his father is hiding. At the same time, mysterious sinkholes begin appearing throughout the village. During a quiet visit to taxi driver 147's home, 6 watches helplessly as 147's young daughter wanders outside, falls into one of the sinkholes, and disappears. Authorities claim it's a natural phenomenon. Their solution? Everyone must now breed pigs, claiming their breath will somehow prevent more sinkholes. 313 confirms to 11 to 12 that the pills contain powerful sedatives, hallucinogens, and something she can't identify. Around this time, number 2 discovers that 313 also dreams. He forces her to start working for him, betraying 6, even though she secretly loves him. Each night, 6 and Lucy are unknowingly taken to the hospital, where 313 injects them with each other's genes. As their bond grows deeper, 6's life splits between 2 realities, one in the village and one where he is Michael, living with Lucy in the real world. Eventually, 6 proposes to Lucy, 4 to 15, and a wedding is arranged. But during the ceremony, 313 suddenly kisses him in front of everyone. Lucy realizes the truth and runs off. Soon, the giant white sphere appears again. 6 chases after her. He catches up and Lucy finally admits her real name is Lucy. Number 2 had sent her into 6's life just to break his heart. Unable to bear it, Lucy throws herself into a swirling black vortex. At that moment, a violent explosion rocks 6's memory, and Lucy is gone. Overwhelmed by grief and rage, 6's mind fractures again, giving rise to a darker version of himself. 6, a violent doppelganger created from pure anger. Elsewhere, number 2 confesses to his son that even he sometimes questions what's real. In truth, the village is a dream world, one created by 11, 12's mother while in a drug-induced sleep. She dreamed it all, just for him. Number 2 suggests that his son try waking her up and spending one day in reality. Meanwhile, 6 visits 313 at night, but she turns him away. The next day, when 6 talks to her, she's cold. She believes he's pretending this strange visit didn't happen. She doesn't realize it was his double. 6 starts noticing his double's actions around town, buying a knife, starting fights. He realizes something is terribly wrong. Their identities blur. Everyone in the village is now appearing in his real-life memories. Eventually, 6 confronts his doppelganger and learns the truth. 6 is only a hallucination, born from pain and desire for revenge. At the same time, number 2 begins walking around the village disguised as his own double. While he wanders, 11 to 12 is left alone with his mother. As she awakens and begins to walk through town, black holes start appearing everywhere. She tells her son that only people who weren't born in the village can leave. She created all of this just for him, but now it's crumbling. 313 sees flashes of real-life memories and encounters number 2 in disguise. He tells her that another world does exist and tempts her to find it. Torn by doubt, she sets off toward the mysterious towers. Meanwhile, number 6 finds number 2 in a church. Their final confrontation begins as double 6 attacks number 2 with a knife. But 6 regains control of his mind. His personalities merge back into one. Back at home, 12's mother takes the pills again, returning to her endless dream. But this time, 313 discovers the entrance to Sunmaker, a real-world corporation, hidden in the desert, and enters. At the same time, Michael, 6's real identity, arrives at Sunmaker's headquarters in New York, searching for the truth. There, he learns that everyone in the village, every face he remembers, are real people he had been monitoring as a surveillance officer. 6 spots a bus full of new village residents. This deeply unsettles him. Wasn't the village supposed to be closed? Number 2 says otherwise. The village is expanding. New homes, new faces, more people to save. Soon, number 6 is summoned to the hospital for testing. There, he's told he has an incurable disease. He begins coughing uncontrollably. In New York, Michael is called to meet a man named Curtis. As events begin to overlap between both worlds, taxi driver 147 appears in New York as well. He's Michael's driver. 6 tries explaining the truth to him in the village, but 147 doesn't believe him. Despite his failing health, 6 refuses to give up. He meets 12 at a bar. The young man is lost, torn between truths. 6 encourages him to abandon his father and escape. But 12 believes he has nowhere else to go. In New York, Michael meets Curtis, the real-world version of number 2. Curtis introduces him to his wife, Helen, a brilliant biochemist studying the depths of human consciousness. Together, they created the village. It was never meant to trap people, it was meant to heal them. Helen was the first dreamer, and her mind powers the entire village. Curtis and Helen had no children in real life, so in the dream, they created a son, 12, who exists only in the village. Back in the dream, 12 returns home. Devastated, he smothers his mother to end her suffering, and unknowingly wakes up the real Helen from her dream. Number 2 finds his wife dead, and discovers that his son has hanged himself. Grief consumes him. With his world shattered, number 2 decides to hand over power to 6, making him the new number 1. He also summons 313 and offers her a choice, become 6's destiny. But it means sacrificing herself. She agrees. Instead of letting 6 die from his illness, she takes the burden upon herself. In New York, Curtis explains that the village was meant to give people a second chance at life. But none of its residents ever gave true consent. He introduces Michael to Sarah, 313 in real life, a traumatized homeless woman who had lost all hope. Curtis asks Michael to help heal people like her. Back in the village, instead of a funeral for 6, they hold a service for 12. But 6 insists the black holes are growing. The dream is dying. He believes the residents must be set free. Number 2, however, tells everyone that only 6 can save the village. He gives him a handful of pills because only a dreamer can hold the village together. But 313, realizing the truth of who she is, takes the pills herself. She becomes the new dreamer, replacing Helen. With his wife and son gone, number 2 leaves the dream world behind and returns to reality. Now, number 6 leads the village. And in the real world, Michael becomes the head of Sunmaker. But even with power in both worlds, a heavy truth remains. 6 finally understands the beauty of life, but it's built on someone else's sacrifice. As he watches silently over the village, the new dreamer, 313, sheds a single tear. So that's it. Hope you enjoy the story. Subscribe and press the bell icon for more videos.